Welcome to Innerji, Tarot, astrology, numerology, and all things metaphysical. Hi, I'm Innerji, the metaphysical crone, and today I am here to do an unboxing. And it is an unboxing of the upcoming Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle. Now, it's due for release on the 5th of July, but I have been able to get my hands on an advance copy. So we're going to have a look at that. Now, this is the fourth. This is the fourth in the series of Seasons of the Witch. If you remember, the first one was Seasons of the Witch Samhain. Then we had the Yule Oracle, the Seasons of the Witch. The most recent one was Beltane. Love the cover on that one. And of course now we have Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle. So we're halfway through the Wheel of the Year with these decks, and I'm so looking forward to when the others start to come out and be published. So let's turn the camera around and let's have a look through this new deck. So here it is. Let's look at the front of the box. So a little bit of bling there, which gives us an indication of what the gilding inside will be like. And this is a 44 card deck, just as all the others are, with a good guidebook in it. And it says on the back here, celebrate the autumn equinox with the energy of Mabon and give thanks for all of the abundance, Mother Earth, both literally and spiritually. Beautiful. So let's open the box. Oh, a bit of gilding on the side. So again, as with all of these boxes from Rockpool Publishing, really good solid boxes. Love that colour. And then we've got the booklet. Actually, it's more than a booklet, it's like a miniature book, just like the other decks. And we have in here, as with the other decks, we've got, how to use the cards, but they've also put in Mabon themes and areas of focus. They've got some Mabon card spreads, as well as the cards themselves. And I do love how they've done the artwork in this series of Seasons of the Witch. Let's open up to one of the cards. So cards in the book are full colour. I'm sorry if my camera is going a little bit out of focus. And it has a decent amount of information for each card. It also has in here little spells. So for example, for this card, which is Falling Leaves, they have the Falling Leaves release spell. So that is really good. I do like the quality and also the content of these books that are created as part of the deck. And here we have a divination tea spell. Since I'm into tea, I'm definitely going to be trying that. And of course that equates to the card that is called Tea Magic. So for each card you have some key words. And then we have a little bit of a, if you like, an uplifting saying. Unlike previous Seasons of the Witch decks, which have had invocations, for example, from the Yule deck, we have ringing the bells, and the invocation is, ring thy bell to cast them out, ring thy bell and dance about, swirl the sounds amidst the winds, nowhere to hide, for all will ring. So that's usually used more in spells, whereas on these cards, when we look at the keywords in the book, it's more like an affirmation or just some general information about that particular card that you can utilize. For example, autumn equinox. Nothing is whole without the acceptance and acknowledgement of all. I actually find looking at this with this deck, I feel like I will be able to more easily work with it in terms of using it as an oracle as opposed to using it for spells and invocation. But let's have a look at the cards. Here we go. Nice pumpkin orange inside. And these are the backs. So the backs are following along the theme. As you can see, the theme is different for each season, but there is a level of continuity with the backs of the cards. And for Mabon, we've got this pumpkin colour with the black birds or crows. I'm not quite sure what birds they are. Now the reveal, the gilding. Yes, pumpkin orange gilding. Love it. Absolutely love it. So here are the cards. Let's go through them one by one and have a look. So the first one is Apothecary Cabinet. I love that. You know, for the autumn season, you can see that the cabinet is filled with things that we might use. And the invocation, or should I say the saying on it, for the Apothecary Cabinet is, without practice, without befriending them, they are strangers in your path. And we have Apple of My Eye. I really do love the artwork of all of these desks. Take two. I do like the artwork of all of these decks. Then we have Autumn Equinox. We have the sun and the moon at the top, the balance of day and night, equal length, really beautifully expressed. Breathwork. Allow your breath to expand your spirit and fill your heart. Get that sense of expansion there, can't you? The cow, those of you who have done cacao ceremonies, how appropriate. The spiritual blending. The campfire. Autumn season, we did have our first fire pits lit for the autumn season here in Australia. So campfire. Sitting around the campfire, communing, talking, bringing together. That's what I see in that card. And then we have the coming of darkness. I'm sorry if we're getting a little bit of flash from my lighting. But the coming of darkness, because we are moving into the darker half of the year after the autumn equinox. Corn maze. Beautiful. Coven, where we come together with trust and harmony. And the wording on this one is, I am you and you are me. When we come together, we are all we seek. Cranberries, one of the berries for the Mabon time of year. Grow energy. Pay close attention to the winds. There's a message making its way. These are going to be great to use as an oracle deck at any time of the year, really, when you think about it, because the messages can apply all year round as well as during the Mabon time. Darkness falls. Look at the eyes on her chest. And her eyes are pure white. Elderberries. Oh yes, love elderberries. Falling leaves. Yes, coming into the autumn. The falling leaves of letting go, releasing that which no longer serves us. And the fawn, the gentle, innocent fawn. Fires, cider, yes, warming toddies, warming drinks as we move into the cooler time of the year. Foraging. And you know, when we are doing things for the different seasons, you know, foraging can be a part of it. We don't have to go out and buy expensive things. We can forage within our local area for what we need. Oh wow, ghost whisperer. Going within, listening. Oh wow, look at this. What an amazing card for grieving. Because when we mourn or when we are in grief, we go through a whole gamut of emotions, denial, anger, acceptance, as we start to then move forward. And look how raw that is. You know, it's like grieving down to the bone. That is probably one of my favorite cards so far. And then we have the harvest moon, as it is also a time of harvest at Mabon. Harvest witch, making it a family occasion. The haunted house. And this isn't just about, spirit hauntings or ghost hauntings. It's about the things that we haunt ourselves with, unresolved memories, things that we hold onto. How do they haunt us and become our own internal haunted house? Kitchen witchery. Oh, my friend Twisted by Mish. And if you haven't checked out her YouTube channel, I really encourage you to do so. Twisted by Mish does the most amazing baking at all of the seasons, including Mabon. Maple tree, the falling of leaves, once again, those beautiful autumn colours. Mead and wine. Because it is a festival, it is also a time of celebration. Molasses, freshly made. Mountain cabin. When I look at this, I do think it's a time to have some time alone, some solitude, a little bit of retreat. And if you can't physically go somewhere, to be able to find that little retreat within inside yourself, that quiet. Peppers. A little bit of fire energy there. Pomegranate. I actually love pomegranates, eating them raw. Pumpkin spice and apple cider. Yum. I'm getting hungry looking at this one. And then we have Queen of the Dead. Look at this. Look at the intensity in her eyes. Reaper. Root vegetables. And this is a time for eating more root vegetables. Pumpkin, potatoes, sweet potato. Scarecrow. Oh, the art! I just never tire of the artwork in the Seasons of the Witch decks. Shape-shifting. Transforming. Removing the mask is the other thing I see when I'm looking at this card. St. John's wort and marigold, healing herbs. The straw bale. Tea magic. I think this is one of my favorites as well because I love my cup of tea. Using my tea as a means for creating magic. And the toad, watchful, aware. Tobacco. Traditionally, you would feed your ancestors with sacred smoke. Whiskey. Now, I'm Scottish, so I do like a tipple of whiskey on special occasions. Yum. Witches gathering, are coming together. Family, friends, community. The Witch's Rosary. This is about crafting your skills with intentions. And finally, wool. You are woven with an embrace, protected, loved, and the familiarity of finally being home. There is a contentment, an energy of contentment when I look at this card. So there you have it. That is the upcoming Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle, due to be released on the 5th of July. So I feel very blessed that I was able to come across this deck in advance. But I thought I might finish up. Let's give the cards a good shuffle. And let's draw a card from this deck as your message today, or whenever you are watching this video. Here we go. And what do we have? Elderberries. And it says, there it is, a knowing within bone, allow it to guide you. And so what this is saying to me is take the fruits of what you know and really go deep within yourself and learn to trust that deep inner knowing. Learn to allow your inner self, your higher self if you prefer, that wise part of your spirit to guide you. I do hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle. Until next time, many blessings to you.